So with everybody out there, chime in for a second. Let's have a bill. Just a reminder for everybody to keep the foot on the gas and keep pushing, keep going. Keep being goal oriented. Put something out in front of you, knocking it down. We want to be creators, masters of our own destiny, and our own faith, right? So essentially, you want to not just be being carried by life, carried through life, and carried by life, right? You want to essentially have some part of causal factor, co-create. So life has happened, and it is happening, all right? So you look out here, existence exists, and it's happening. All right, so you can co-create along the way. You ain't just got to be getting carried, pushed through life. You want to play a causal role, and that simply happened by being objective, putting that goal out in front of you, going for this, going for that, knocking things down, right, and make it manifest. You find yourself what? Living your dream, living in the moments you seen yourself in, all right? So through way of what do you see yourself doing? What do you see yourself having, right? Or how do you see yourself? And it's a progressive thing of working towards that, being goal oriented, and that's really come hand in hand with utilization of the mind, right? So utilizing the mind, and that is very spiritual in general, all right? Making manifest, having a thought, conceiving something, and making it happen, all right? But nonetheless, the teachings of one's mind is essentially spiritual. Spirituality leads you up to the point of understanding that mind is spirit, spirit is mind. That's the conclusion one will be left with, right? The mind is that aspect of us that give us the ability to feel, see, think, okay? Spirit is that aspect of us, the immaterial aspect of us that give us the ability to feel, perceive, and think, all right? One and the same. So like I said, on the path, one naturally comes to the understanding that the mind is spirit, the spirit is the mind. And etc. So objectively utilizing our mind, not just vicariously living or being carried through and pushed through life. You actually playing the causal factor, co-create, using that creative energy and making it happen, right? So we want to stay on that track. Everything can be learned and taught. It's basically on what lane you want to place yourself, focus your mind on, get the skill set and apply, right? Get the knowledge and apply. Knowledge applied. So the ancients looked at the world largely to be made up of thought, word, and action, all right? The whole human experience is essentially thought, words, and actions. And this is what humans do. So you can't read nobody's mind, but we can have some idea of what somebody got going on by what they say. The words is thought before spoken. So word and thought is one and the same thing. When they say in the beginning it was the word, all right? I mean, it was the thought. So things was birthed throughout the mind. Creation took place in the mind, all right? All is mind. It's a great saying that we all done heard, the all is mind. And the universe is mental, all right? Um, so thought, words, and actions. You can't read somebody's mind, but you can give an idea based on what they saying and what they doing. And if it's contradiction there based on what you say and do. And formulate some form of conclusion or inference. Infer on something, right? So being objective, being goal oriented, this America anyway. So like I said, we could either be, when it comes to being business oriented, you either have a product or a service. You know, when we working for people, that's rendering a service and in the form of your labor, a form of your energy that you exchange, that work you put in, right? You providing a service when you working. You helping that business be successful, right? By being a part of that business, that company name. So to be goal oriented, like I say, it's also spiritual when you talking about manifestation. Spirituality got a lot to do with prosperity, abundance. It ain't got too much to do with being deprived, impoverished, or having a lack of things. And the irony is, most spiritual paths and quests renounce the material world. So that makes it to where a person assume like, hey, well, if they spiritual, they ain't on no money for real. But actually, spiritual person comes to the conclusion it's all about resources, right? Being resourceful, dealing with the land. Dealing with economics is dealing with the economy. So it's all natural, nature, spiritual, right? So business, America is a business, so we got to be goal oriented, knock down things, more economically empowered, and more resourceful as individuals and as a collective. All right, it's no good to just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people successful. It got to be like a thing. Coach, economics, flourish, family dynamics should be based up on business. The man in a particular culture should have skill sets, you know. You'll be able to build your world around you. One thing I liked about Mexicans, because if you're in these southern states, you get to see them a lot. You know, they got their little plight and struggle and things and adversity they deal with socially out here. But them people know how to build, have family units, come from nothing, start off in the same house, then eventually they all be moving, doing their little 1, 2. But the men are handyman, mechanics, construction workers, all on deck, like literally everyone. So people can build they world around them. So it's all about being constructive, productive, goal-oriented, objective to some degree. So I wasn't going to stay on here too long. I just wanted to kick a little talk to y'all. Make sure I be back on here dispensing this information. Rest in power to my brother. You know, this his shirt. We done, one of his last pictures he had, he was wearing his mask and his name Goonie, so it all fit. And that's something we doing. Me and my other siblings, we got it going. So if y'all see that, rest in power, Lil Rick, call him Goonie. All right. Now, the spiritual part and resources going hand in hand is very big. You know, you had deities of prosperity, Oshun and the Orisha traditions, okay, is a deity of prosperity, all right, and abundance and wealth. Once you go to Hinduism, you'll have Lakshmi, all right? She's the goddess of prosperity and abundance. And you have the same thing in these other cultures as well, right? A deity of abundance. So resourcefulness, like I said, it ain't really nothing spiritual about poverty. You see what I'm saying? It's the only spiritual part will be the transcendence, the raising up, going to a higher plateau. But being impoverished, it's a conundrum, all right? The irony is most spiritual people is known for being on the path, living like a hermit, living or stepping back, right? Being introverted, renouncing material world, quote unquote, not doing too much. Which is one path. Then you have another path. There's many ways to get to where we're going. We all on the path, right? And it's the other path of selfless action. All right. Selfless action, understanding the Dharma, righteous action, right? Acting with selfless acts with detachment, okay? Along the lines of harmony, truth, justice, and balance is essential teaching. And then ancient India and Hinduism, you have their text. In the Bhagavad Gita, you have the narrative of one of the deities talking to a prince that was going through war. And the prince was trying to consult with him, like, hey, man, I don't know which way to go. Nonetheless, he let him know the teachings of Dharma, selfless actions without detachment. And he was like, man, which path is the path to go? The best one. Whether it was retreat or go do this and renounce material stuff, or was it participating, running around, indulging and engaging? We're here to experience, right? Not philosophize or contemplate or think too hard about things. And we can experience, all right? So first-hand experience is the best teacher, the best knowledge that you can get, all right? For sure knowledge, going through something, right? The actuality of it. And that's really the understanding behind it, so. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I almost stopped the video a little earlier and kept going. But that's really the full cycle, understanding, full circle, things coming on, full cipher of knowing economics and economy and just a holistic understanding of resources in the nature and the circulation of things, right? The rhythm, the cyclic happening of processes and existence, and the ways of nature. All right. So once again, man, we wanna stay goal oriented, stay business oriented. Like I say, y'all know me. I got the for-profit business, Real Deal Potent Solutions Inc. Me and my significant other, we got the non-for-profit religious organization based on cultural awareness, humanitarian values of oneness, and all for educational purposes, you know, and some cultural awareness, instilling economic empowerment and humanitarian values of oneness. All right, y'all follow me on Instagram. Y'all already know it. Follow me on Facebook. I had those tags in the comments at the end of the video or something when I edit. Till next time, I'ma holler at y'all. Peace out.